Are you waiting on the Lord long enough? Sometimes we want to rush life. We want to rush into decisions. We want to feel like, oh, this should be happening for my life. When in reality, we should be patiently waiting for God to give us what we want. We all strive for something in this life, and we all strive to want to be someone and be something, right? That's just natural because you don't want to just be anybody, right? Maybe you want to be a famous athlete. Maybe you want to be a rapper, or maybe you want to be an artist. You want to be, I don't know, even if you just want to work a regular 9 to 5, you want to be something. And oftentimes we want to be these things, and sometimes it may not be in our plans for now. And sometimes it may not be in our plans at all. But what we got to understand is that God doesn't give us purpose for no reason. God doesn't tell us to be patient in his word for no reason. God, even especially something like love, right? We know God is love, but sometimes we seek love from people, right? We want love from our partners, right? Or girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever the case may be. You want love from these people. And sometimes you're expecting love from these people and they don't love you back, or they don't love you right now, or it may not work right now. In Psalm chapter 27, verse 14, it says, "Wait for the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thine heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord." Wait, be patient, good courage, right? Good courage. That means you're not scared to fight for what you want. You have to have some type of drive to get what you want. But it takes some patience too. You got to put in some work. You got to put in some patience. You got to put in some work, and you got to put in some patience, right? The work is the internal work as well. It's not only the physical work, right? Whenever you're trying to build a relationship, you have to put in not only some physical work, but you have to make sure and check yourself, right? You have to check internally if you are right. You have to check internally if you love yourself. You have to check internally if your spirit is right, if you're mentally there, and even physically there, because people have their attractive traits that they like, right? Even personality wise, you can still say it's physically. And sometimes we want these people or these things, and it's not meant for us right now. But that's why God is telling us to be patient. Be patient. And a lot of us struggle with patience. We don't even realize we struggle with patience as much as we do, because we want to rush life, right? We all have felt like, oh, life is just passing us by, and we want these things in our life, and we're not being patient for it, right? You want all A's, right? But you want to use ChatGPT, or you want to use some cheat study guide. But if you really wanted to gain knowledge, you would trust the process, and you would actually study your notes and take good notes, and watch YouTube videos, and use study guides, and and prepare a different way so you actually comprehend the information. It's the same thing with what we want in this life, and us being patient and actually putting in work is what's going to get us there. But also, it's God's will that will get us there. God may not allow it. God may allow it. That's the same thing with self-improvement, right? If you want to be great, if you want to put on muscle, if you want to clear your skin, you have to change up your habits, right? But also it takes time, right? Patience, but it takes action as well. Eating, right? You got to eat cleaner, right? If you want to build a leaner, cleaner feeling body, you have to eat leaner meats. You have to eat cleaner. You have to eat better. And this has got to be consistent. You can't just choose 1-2 days a week, right? Same thing with putting muscle on in the gym. You have to be consistent. And then you have to have the intent to do it. And then you have to have the mentality to do it, to want to do it, even though you may not feel like doing it, right? You may have just got off a job and you don't feel like going to work out, but you have to put in work. It's the same thing with God, right? A lot of us want to build a relationship with God. We feel distant from God. We feel guilty. We feel caught up. We're worried about what everybody else is saying. You make mistakes. All of that doesn't matter if you don't trust God and you don't patiently wait. You have to that's why they say 1% every day. You stack days, 1% every single day. You've heard the term. Every single day you're striving to get better. Every single day you're striving to improve in all aspects of life. And as an individual, you should want that for yourself. And oftentimes we limit ourselves to just improving in one area daily, when really we should be looking at our full self, right? You don't wake up every single morning and not look in the mirror, right? Not see what clothes you're putting on, right? You don't not look at your image, your mirror image, right? You don't, talk to yourself in the morning. You don't think to yourself in the morning, do you? No, you do, right? Because you expect something, you have to talk to yourself, you have to make sure you're looking right, and that's an everyday thing. Back to patience, right? The Bible teaches us to wait patiently for the Lord, right? Patience. We struggle with patience. Patience is a struggle for me too, because recognize it or not, man, patience, I didn't know when I was going to get a job. Let's be honest, the job market is terrible. I didn't know when I was going to get a job. I didn't know if I was going to get a job. I didn't know what I was going to end up doing, right? I didn't know if I was going to school. I didn't know if I was going to work, if I was going to the Air Force. I don't know. I didn't know what I was going to do, right? Because out of high school, I was slated to, play ball, right? We all want to play college sports or do whatever the case may be. But sometimes God wants you to take a different path to get there, and you may have to make certain decisions that you were not a fan of. But that's where that patience and that good courage comes from, because you're consistently being patient, though it's a struggle, it's a mental struggle and a spiritual struggle, right? You have to consistently be patient. I'm gonna talk about love real quick and how this relates to being patient. 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4-5 describes love as patient, kind, not jealous, not bragging, not arrogant, not rude, not insisting on its own way, not irritable, not resentful, not rejoicing at wrongdoing, but rejoicing with the truth, right? That love as patient describes love as patient, kind, not jealous. Patient, there's that word again, right? God needs you to be patient, man. Be patient, because your blessings are coming. You look around, you see everybody else around you in relationships or doing stuff that you want to do. If anything, you shouldn't have a jealous spirit about it. If anything, it should motivate you to keep going. That you pray every day that you're blessing, that your dream will come true. But knowing that you're checking yourself in how you proceed in your everyday walk and at your everyday life. Are you putting in enough work? Are you praying enough? Are you being patient? Are you being kind? Are you not being jealous or boastful or arrogant, right? Patience is the big patience. If you didn't learn anything else from this video, is that patience through God equals supplication. Trusting God is learning discipline, patience, and also how to bear a cross, right? Because bearing the cross, just like how Jesus did, allows us to carry. We not only allows us to carry by ourselves, but if we trust God, we can allow Him to help us carry it, right? Be patient. Always remember that though you may not be in the place you want to be right now, though you may not be where you believe your dream life looks like or whatever, you believe that you should be in this certain place, that you are not and you're not alone in this, bro. There's a bunch of people around here who are impatient, just as you are, right? And patience is something we all have to learn, and you will learn too. You just got to trust God more. You just have to wait some more, because your season is coming, bro. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. Share this video with somebody that may need it. Share this video with your friends, family, co-workers, anybody, because that's what this channel is about: saving. This channel is about improving. This channel is about all aspects of life, not just self-improvement. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, God bless.